Today I'm going to be talking to you about how the ears, nose, and throat can affect our speech. As a freshman in high school, I knew what I wanted to do when I grew up. I saw the joy that the speech pathologist gave my sister. When she was little, she had speech pathology about twice a week every week. She had this new confidence coming out of every class. She was happy and I could see the pronunciation of her words getting better. This is when I knew I wanted to be the one to help these children be happy with the way that they spoke and their confidence rising. I don't know if I want to work with pediatric or geriatric yet, but I'm hoping to figure that out soon. First, I'm going to talk to you about how the ears can affect our speech. Hearing is caused by the sound entering the pinna. This funnels the sound, and after it enters into the ear canal, the sound waves are sent into the tympanic membrane, the eardrum. After some back and forth, the brain process signal, which allows us to hear our environment. The language center of the brain is the temporal lobe. The temporal lobe processes auditory information, understanding language, and it regulates emotions. Our sound is the foundation for our speech. So when children are born without the ability to hear, this they have to create a learned language. Their learned language is what they are able to put together. Our learned language is whatever we were hearing when we were young. We have created ASL for children who were unable to hear. This is information found by Philadelphia, the Children's Hospital of Speech and Language Development in the context of hearing loss. Next, I'm going to be talking to you about how the nose affects our speech. Renaissance, how sound travels through the oral and nasal cavities during speech. This is when vibrations mixed with airflow, one is getting through the nasal cavities. This is why sometimes you sound stuffy whenever whenever you're sick, pretty much. It's because you're not getting enough airflow through the nasal cavities and the mixture is off between the airflow through your nasal cavities and your mouth. Hyponasality is airflow and sound vibrations between the nose and mouth cavities are not even. The air coming in is not enough, and it causes the person to constantly sound congested. This is common in children, and it makes them hard to understand. Hypernasality is too much airflow coming into the nose cavity and the mouth, and it causes the mouth and nasal cavity to become uneven. This can cause a challenge for children when learning to pronounce vowels like E, A, I, O, and U. Amamim can speech issues be caused by nasal congestion is where I got a bunch of this information from. Our larynx is the main system in our throat. This is what I'm going to be talking about next, is how our throat can affect our speech. Our larynx is part of the laryngeal system. It produces sound from the vibration of the vocal folds. It helps with breathing, swallowing, and protecting things like our respiratory system. Speech therapists often focus on helping people with vocal issues by practicing and giving them exercises to strengthen that system. Without a strong vocal and laryngeal system, our voice is not strong and often it hurts our vocal cords. This is found by Easling, John, 2023, Voice and the Laryngeal System in Speech Science Entries, Speech Prodigy Studies Group. Now that I've gone over how the ears, nose, and throat can affect our speech, our ears, nose, and throat play a big role in how we sound and learn. Pronunciation of different words come from hearing and the way that we perceive them. The way our air comes through the nasal cavity and our throat while we speak affects the way our voice sounds. Our vocal folds need to stay protected. This is why during infections and sickness, we sound different. We may sound congested, or we may sound just sick. Thank you for listening.